Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
This is awesome! Hello and welcome once again to Cheap Shot Entertainment. This is another quick shot review of a movie we saw just last night at the Odeon Cinema in Derby. It is called Bombshell, and it tells the story of some female reporters, big in America, Megyn Kelly and Gretchen Carlson, who work for Fox. Now Fox is a very big company, a very big news company, and it came under some scrutiny a couple of years ago for sexual harassment, basically, and this is the story of that sexual harassment lawsuit, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's a reasonable film. It's written by Jay Roach, directed by Jay Roach and written by Charles Randolph, so it's written by two men, and stars Charlize Theron as Megyn Kelly and Nicole Kidman as Gretchen Carlson, with some other cameos in there as well. Now, for the most part in this film, the acting is brilliant. It's really good. They've got some good actors and actresses in there to play these characters, and in particular I really enjoyed the performance of Margot Robbie, who plays Kayla Pospisil, who moved to the bigger part of the Fox network to get ahead in her career, and so she does. She sneaks into Roger Ailes' private elevator, expertly played by John Lithgow, who plays a complete dick in this movie, but it's not quite as good as the dick he plays in Third Rock from the Sun. Still one of the best comedy shows ever created by Americans. And it's still going strong. Well, it's not still going strong, but it's still getting repeated, and it's on Netflix, and it's really good. If you've never seen it, go and watch it. John Lithgow is on it. Also, I've never seen John Lithgow so big. So, I mean, they did a good job of creating these characters. The makeup was on point, and but there was something about it that I didn't quite get on with. Now, I found it perfectly okay, the film. Josh thought it was really boring, to the point where he stood up after the film and said, "What was that?" And yeah, he audibly voiced his disapproval to this film. Now, I thought it was perfectly okay, but just okay. There was something missing from it. There was no... I mean, there was a big payoff at the end, but I would have liked to have seen more of the stories that led to that, because we only got to see one of those stories, really, or two of them, and they were the two big characters: Nicole Kidman, who played Gretchen Carlson, and of course Charlize Theron, who played Megyn Kelly. And we only really got to see those two in the background, their stories from long ago, and of course the Gretchen Carlson one was a bit more recent, and also the Kayla Pospisil one was on screen in camera, and that was a genuinely creepy moment. Genuinely made me sort of shift around in my chair, the way that he was doing and what he was doing. But obviously it's Hollywood, you don't know exactly if this is how it worked, but yeah, it was genuinely uncomfortable, that one scene. I would have liked to have seen more uncomfortableness. And my friend Josh, who you've seen on the channel before, he said, how or why did Fox allow this film to be made? Their logo is slapped over everything. They use real names, and obviously the Roger Ailes thing put them on the back foot. They even have someone playing Rupert Murdoch, which, you know, well, there you go. But you know, I had a thought about this and thinking, okay, American elections are coming up. Fox News, big supporter of Donald Trump, aren't they? And you know, although they did use Donald Trump's likeness in this, and they sort of mixed it reasonably well with blue screen and the interviews and things. It must have taken a lot to get the President of the United States to say, yes, you can use my image in this film. But what it does, and I think this is probably the problem, this is the problem I really had with it, is it paints Donald Trump in a very good light. Now, whether you like Donald Trump or not, you can't deny the man has had loads of hearings where people are trying to get rid of him as president, and there's one going off now. So there's people that don't like this guy, and he's genuinely a big douche. And yeah, I don't like him. I'm going to voice that opinion now. But this film painted Fox News as the good guy, and also paints Donald Trump in a good light as well, in a year where the elections are going to take place. And so we get to the crux of the matter. Why did this film get released this year? I think it was to paint Fox and Donald Trump in a good light, and not much more, because we were watching, basically was watching a newsreel. We knew all these things happened, but there wasn't really any undercurrent. Now, I've heard there was a documentary on it which is much better, and I'd implore you to go and watch that. I haven't seen it, but I'm probably going to go and watch it. I think it was called The Loudest Voice, and I'm going to go and watch that, because I think there's a story to be told here, and I think this film did it very well. It just was boring, and I think that was the other problem I had with it as well. It was very, very boring, and considering the actors and actresses that you got in this, John Lithgow was absolutely fantastic. It didn't quite know where it wanted to go, whether it was going to be like from the perspective of someone. At times you got the actresses and actors breaking the fourth wall, and that took me out of it. But I just sort of sat there twiddling my thumbs, and yeah, I mean, if you want to go and see this, it's an interesting idea. It's just not done very well. If you want to go and see a film that's done well with the similar sort of edge to it, go and get yourself a copy of Official Secrets with Keira Knightley, because that is done very well, and it's things that, I mean, you knew these things happened, but it's things that didn't get told at the time. And I think that's what made it interesting, because you were seeing other things. Now, we've seen all this, they're all in the public eye, we knew it happened, and they've just not done it very well. I think it could have been done a lot better, and that's my thoughts on this. But as usual, they're here on Cheap Shot Entertainment. If you want to go and see the film, it is out in all cinemas now, so check your local listings. And go and watch it if you want to go and watch it. If you found it good, let us know in the comments section down below. We'd love to have discussions with you guys, your Cheap Shot Nation. And I'm going to give this a final score of a dick out of a Donald Trump. And yeah, I didn't like this film. I thought it was okay. I just thought it was boring. Let us know if you thought any different. And with that, go to the t-shirt shop, close to order, to get your merch. This is not one of them, both currently in the wash. And don't forget Twitter, Facebook and Instagram for updates and just random posts and things like that. Click the subscribe button and the notification bell to know when we upload new content to the channel. Once again, I have been your host Luke. This is one of your quick shot reviews, and we're close to 25 now. I think this might actually be number 25. So yeah, we're getting there. and we're picking up steam as we go along. So that's thanks to you, the Cheap Shot Nation, and I will see you next time for more Quick Shot reviews. Goodbye.
Hiya!